Okay. Ready to get going. Let's see this now. Okay. Well, we'll see how it does. It's been a while since I've run this. I definitely need to practice it. I've actually been finding so many new things for Pool of Radiance, I've been stuck on that more. Time to see if I can get this down under 2 hours. Curse of the Azure Bonds. And we're ready. Let us begin. So, Curse of the Azure Bonds is the sequel to Pool of Radiance. We are getting faster first of all. We have to, once again, buy new equipment for ourselves. Everything we had was stolen. Longbows are, for the price, the best overall stuff we can buy. We get 300 platinum, which is 1500 gold, so we can afford plate mail for all our fighters. Longswords are the best overall weapons in first edition, doing 1d8 to small and medium creatures and 1d12 to large, which only 2 weapons have better damage and they're both two-handed. Okay, so I guess I'll buy studded. Thieves do a lot worse work with bit more armor heavier than leather on. It's the one class that is actually has problems with armor even as a multi-class. Dagger for melee in case I need it. Okay. Okay, last thing we need to do is visit this person, so oh, we forgot to memorize spells. Well, forgot to buy a staff sling for her too, that's problematic. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. So in Curse of the Azure Bonds, we are, speed goes a lot faster despite sound in this one. Though the music is from the old NES Pool of Radiance, because there's still no background music in this game. It took a while before SSI added that to any of their games. You can actually get staff slings, which I forgot about because I've been playing so much Pool of Radiance. There's no staff slings, no we surrender, we get thrown in jail, thieves come and rescue us. we get a chance to rest here. So now we can memorize our spells, 4 magic missiles, 2 stinking clouds, a fireball. Let's see, 3 cure light wounds, bless, detect magic, 4 hold persons, silence, and prayer and dispel magic. Dispel magic is a very much rate. Actually, I don't have to do that either. I can just rest. Then I can fix. Now we suddenly get in this fight with a bunch of thieves. And, guys, so we're in the city of, please don't shoot my mage. Let's see. Yeah, that'll get most of it. So we've gone south to Tilverton in this land of Cormyr, and when we're suddenly attacked and we're knocked unconscious, stripped of all our stuff, we wake up in Tilverton with a large amount of money left for us, but none of our old equipment. We've also got these strange Azure Bonds, the titular weapons, the titular curse that affects us in the game. And these weird symbols seem to writhe on our arm. They're obviously magical. You could visit a priest, but he can't lift this curse. We go and visit this sage who tells us that a little bit about some of the people, as far as she knows, which actually isn't all that much that she knows about them. But it's one of the required things to do. But then we suddenly, the king is arriving in Cormyr, and when we hear the voice of the king coming from the carriage, we suddenly rush out and attack him. The bonds compel us to, as we attempt to, and then it's revealed not to be actually the king, but an imposter who's very good at mimicking voices. And after we attack him, when we realize it isn't the king, we gain control of ourselves again. Oh god, and now this running away thing is... No, that's not going to work. This is going to be a bit pain. Okay, where did the fire knife go? Finish him off with a magic missile. We have a few thief allies. So guards attack us, we subdue the first group, you can surrender to the second group, which is a lot faster, and then you thieves come in to sneak into the prison and let us out, and we're taken down to the guildmaster, who tells us that there's this big war going on between his thieves guild and this new guild that's moved in called the Fire Knives. They're a group of assassins and thieves who are trying to overthrow the kingdom. And as he's telling us a little bit about this, suddenly these fire knives and traitor thieves burst into the room. And so we attempt to awesome, that'll be easy to fix. Okay, now we don't want any more fights, we're gonna save the game. Let's see, we need to go down here. Okay, need to cast our Prayer and Bless spell before this battle because we've already used up all our major spells. Let's see, since my guys are going to... I can put a Stinking Cloud here to help protect us from the charging guys there. Oh geez, I forgot about her. That's very bad. Not having a staff sling is a problem. I think I'm going to get a magic one here, so it's not going to be huge bad. And having 2 paladins is actually, this is a place where it's good. My party composition here is 2 paladins, a ranger, a fighter thief, a cleric, and a mage. Multi-class cleric does not work here because they can get a maximum of 6th level, which is bad. I won't get any of the higher level spells or anything. And I'll start at a pretty bad place to begin with. But, so this is Stinking Cloud. Your characters and the enemy don't run into Stinking Cloud in the previous game, but in this one, everybody will. They're very stupid. I have 2 paladins mostly because I really like paladins. But they have uses like being able to heal a few hit points only once per day, but it's better than nothing. Oops. We found a treasure room. So here we get some magic banded mail and a magic longsword. Island stone deep red, I can't remember what that does. A couple of magic user scrolls for violet, our awesome dust of disappearance, and a couple of potions. Okay, we can drop the plate mail now. Ready the banded mail, drop our longsword. So no staff sling here. This room is perfectly safe to rest in, as they tell you, so we can memorize our spells. Doesn't really do much good to have multiple casters in this game because there are... That is totally not right. Monkeys with fire knives attack, I don't want that, so I'm going to say no thank you, sir. Reload. That. Not that. That. Okay. Okay, gotta make sure that that will run again too. Oh, goodness, I've forgotten. Okay. Game. Alright, no. Nope, here first. Too many things to set up. Okay, begin adventuring. There were once monkeys here. Now there are no monkeys. We're heading for a secret entrance to the sewers where we'll be able to avoid most random encounters. Okay, that's our first split. And the sewers. Going this way allows us to avoid several encounters and such. And no, we don't want to search that. A thief technically could concede, but won't give us anything useful. Let's see, now I'm trying to remember what's here. No, we don't want to go this way because we'll have to fight Otyuks. Okay, into the next area. Going through this room is safer. Now these Otyuks, I believe we can parley with. They're going to tell us to go fight this other group of Otyuks and take out their stuff so that they can use their lair. We're not actually going to do that because that's a fight we don't want to deal with. What is there? Wait, this is the way we don't want to go. Actually, we don't have an area map of the sewers, so I can't. I just have to remember where I am relative to the PDF I have in front of me. Okay, let's see. There was a checkpoint here, but they're all dead. Okay, now here is going to be a battle with some trolls. They were terrible when we fought them Pool of Radiance. They're not so bad here. Oh god, they got to go first, huh? Boy, we're already super weighed down by stuff. Now we have Fireball, which really helps out. Since it, ouch. Though they're still hitting me pretty hard. Okay, now we get some more loot. Okay, here is our magic staff sling. Let's see, bracers for Violet. Girdle is of Constitution, which is actually pretty good, I believe. Girdle of the Dwarves. Magic flail for her as well, and Ion Stone Pink and Green. I can't remember what that does. Let's see. Yes, that I need to remember to equip that stone because it actually is +1 dexterity, only up to 18, so it's actually good for a dwarf. So putting on these gives it 15 Constitution, which doesn't matter much. This other Ion Stone is probably useless. And now she'll use this automatically, actually, especially since it's magical. Trolls defeated. This looks like a safe place to rest, which is good, so I can get my spells back. There's my Bless and Prayer spells. Fix, save. Oh. Now here is secret door to the east. We have to find it here. Okay, so coming here will allow us to train if we need to. There's also other uses for it. And this gets us into the secret portion of the hideout. For the most part, going through this area, I won't get into any encounters. But I will when I have to leave it. Okay, let's see. Oh, darn. That is why I saved the game. I hope I saved it really close. I think I did. Whoops, that's the wrong game. My apologies. Too used to loading at the other game, so that's unfortunate time loss. It's like, wait, this doesn't look anything like the names. It's like, oh wow, that was my Pool of Radiance run I did yesterday. Oops. Yes, I started here. I can't remember what magic items are in the mage's room. I probably don't need them. Let's see. 10 is the hospital. I need to go here. Checkpoint to the west. Excellent. Yes, we find an armory with some really awesome stuff in it. Including some magic longswords. I'm just going to take a couple. A magic necklace that is super important. You are going to be able to carry the most stuff. So, some more magic bracers, as well as magic elfin chainmail. The bracers cursed. I think the bracers are cursed. Let me double check that. Armory. Yeah, don't ready the bracers. They are cursed. Oops. So the bracers that Black just took, we don't want. We need to ready Violet's bracers, so good thing she hasn't yet. Go ahead and trade that dust to White. White is slow. Oh yeah, the sewers halved our movement. That's why we aren't overburdened. Okay, now save the game really quick so that so we get other encounters. We need to go back to the training hall now for some very important business. Whoa! We aren't supposed to be able to encounter people here. Well, I'm just gonna fireball him and... Oh yeah. Because I'm gonna be able to rest in the guild hall when I get there, so it's not a big deal. Okay, he has the +3 sword. That's actually good to know. I could, if I wanted, do something about that right now. Good music for right here. Should have probably magic missiled him. Oh well. There we go. Okay, back to the sewers. Enter the hidden chambers. Yes we would. Okay, and now we are going to do things. We're going to save the game as C as a backup. Yeah, let's see. Actually, let's trade these to black so that they can be used. Now we're going to remove Violet from the party. We're going to add baggage. Let's see, and we're going to trade that to baggage, trade that to baggage. And we're going to trade that to baggage. Now we're going to remove baggage. Yes, we're going to overwrite. And now we are going to drop the party. Now we're going to load game C. Remove. Add. Baggage. Baggage is now going to trade his bracers to black, his dust and necklace to white. And now, white is going to wait. Actually, yeah, I can just do it that way. I don't need to... No, but I need to save first. That's right, in order to have it. Actually, this might be faster. Let me try this new thing now. Oh, it sort of will be faster, but actually not. Okay. I'll go ahead and remove him for now. Yep, because I didn't save it though, I didn't keep the bracers. So, add curse package. Trade to white, trade to white, trade to white, trade to white. Remove, we're gonna overwrite baggage. Now we're going to save this as C. And now we're going to add baggage. Now we're going to trade these 4 items to him, as well as black's bracers, since we... Oh, nope, Violet still has the bracers because I didn't transfer them before removing. Okay, well, we'll have to do them one more time then. Remove, we'll overwrite baggage, drop everyone. Okay, load C, add baggage, view baggage, trade his things. I didn't do it again. Oh well, maybe I'll just wait and not worry about that then. Okay, he has no items. We're gonna remove him. Overwrite, save C, add, baggage, items, baggage, Treat the 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 baggage. Okay, remove baggage. Did I forget to save it as C again? I think I did. So they do not have... Oh yeah, they do. Okay. Okay. So this is a glitch I could use in the Azure Bonds, or in Pool of Radiance, but I don't. It's kind of more of an exploit than a glitch. But basically, as you can see, this allows you to multiply items by transferring them to a character who goes into the pool, and then reloading a game where you don't have this. So now with all of these... Hopefully, I did not break the game. Oh. I do need to magic memorize my spells, though. Fireball, magic missile. Okay, that room is apparently not super safe. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cast our spells, because the big fight is about to start, and we're going to ready and use this dust. Do we surrender? Yes, we get taken to the leader immediately. So the princess, who is was on the run and is the whole reason why the king came out here himself anyway, is after his wayward daughter who ran away. And she's been captured by the Fire Knives, along with the Priest of Gond, who's in love with her. So all these Fire Knives are trying to attack us, but they can't because we're invisible, because of Dust of Disappearance. This super abusive item from the from Curse of the Azure Bonds returns in full force here, and I get it at the beginning of the game so I can multiply it. And so pretty much every fight I'm going to be perma-invisible. It's super awesome. Ah, that was a good one. Necklace of Missiles has a limited amount of charges on it when I find it here too. This is another item which I can get in whatchamacallit, but it's rare to find. There is one place you can get it guaranteed, but it's not worth going to normally. It just would take too much time. And now we'll quit combat to finish them off. Running away in terror, of course. Necklace Missiles allowing me to throw free fireballs is pretty awesome. Limited number of charges, but since I multiplied so many, I should be okay. Okay, let's see. Is there any good loot here? I don't think so. A couple of magic user scrolls. I guess I can take those. Okay, and so with the Fire Knight defeated, Nicasia breaks her bonds. Princess Nicasia, she forces the Fire Knight to release us to enter a code word that frees us of our bonds. So we find out that there are five lords who had us, including that. So now we're going to journey on to Ashmanford by the wilderness. It kind of doesn't matter, though. We have to fight hippogriffs here, regardless. So we're going to let them all charge up, and then we're going to fireball them down, which is going to be how we're going to deal with most enemies here, especially in groups. Okay, I think they're close enough now. I have to be very careful about using auto once I do this, because if I have the Necklace of Missiles equipped, then my very stupid companions will use them to blow up the party. They're not good with AoEs. When I'm manually controlling, of course, using this is very strong source of powerful AoE damage that lets us waste these guys. Okay, you do not have one equipped, right? Gotta make sure of that. Ah, still a couple here. Fireballs have a lesser AoE. Yeah, really. It's kind of odd hearing sound effects here. I'm not sure if Curse of the Azure Bonds causes as much of a delay from sound. I don't believe it does. It doesn't seem to, but... well, I'll probably do a bit of testing of that later, if you don't yourself. Oh, I was supposed to... whatever. That's going to be way bad. Let me go ahead and remove that in case I decide to quick him later. Even a bunch of hippogriffs are only worth 80. So now we can enter the city, we can finally go to the store and look at all of our items, identify them all. Okay, invisibility, giant strength, speed. Giant strengths will be good. Speeds probably won't be that big because I'll have haste before too long. At least I hope. That isn't actually magical. I need to ready it, though. Which of these is better? Okay, let's see. Flail +2 is better than mace +2. Staff sling is +1, probably. Still useful. Same cost. Yeah, make you very old. You needed, if I recall right, when you're playing casually in Pool of Darkness, you needed to go buy elixirs of youth to youthen yourself after all the haste and potions of speed. Okay, I need to see about scribing those now, but not until later. First I need to go to the hall to see if we can train. Yes, haste spell, very important to learn. Train. I have to individually train each one. Paladins can't quite level up. That's the problem with paladins. They take a little bit more experience. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the inn now. Okay, let's see. I can't do ones that I can learn it. So I have a fireball, hold person, strength. Just to get rid of it mostly. Okay. I'd like to learn a bunch of those eventually, but I can't yet. Haste is super powerful, though, doubling your actions. And detect magic. Prayer. And another just spell, probably. I keep wanting to rest for days. I'm too used to Secret of the Silver Blades. Okay. That's gonna be it. Let's leave. Now, a lot of times... journeying by the road is more dangerous. Each area is different. Standing Stone Wilderness is better. We meet this guy who talks to us here and tells us to seek red to the south. Tyrant Draxus is hiding himself. He wants to eliminate all of his Senators approaching after hospitality. Okay, we don't actually need to do anything here. Journey on to Hap. We have to fight dragons here regardless. So this is another very wonderful, tough wilderness encounter. We're going to wait for the dragons again. I believe they can only breathe if they don't move. Let's see. Hopefully. Okay, if I can see there, I should be able to use my necklace of missiles. Fix button is so awesome. It's such a great... great little addition to this game. Oh, god, 6 damage. Yeah, awesome. These necklace of missiles aren't going to be too great for the next area, but I definitely want to use them while I've got them. Okay, there we go. No necklaces equipped. Let's go ahead and shoot the last one down. And beat him down. I'd used a, this is a glitch that exists in the Pool of Radiance as well, but there's just never any opportunity that it would save time to do so. But you add a, once you find the first one, which you do in the armory of the fire knives where I was at, you... need to scroll down to the next area here, though it's pretty much just straight south. If we fight these guys beforehand, whoops, we'll actually decrease the number of people that are in, golly, this is bad. We'll decrease the number of people that are in the, do I have it equipped? I want to make sure I don't. Number of people in the thing. But anyway, you add you save the game, ouch. Then you remove a character from the party to put him in the pool. Then you, jeez. So bad. I hate Dark Elves. Magic resistance. Okay, I'm just gonna reload, actually. You want to, if you talk meek to them, they will just let you go. It's much easier to fight them in one group with Dust of Disappearance, which I also have a million of. So the way it works is you remove a character from the party, then you create a character who is just useless. They're going to be baggage. You transfer items to them, then remove them from the party to put them in the pool. Then you load the save game you did before you took all the party's items away. And then when you add him back in, you have him... Bah, I didn't do it since then. Oh well, it's still going to be faster, I think. Okay, journey on to Sembra Trail. Camp. Say B. Journey on to Hap. Trail. We still fight the dragons. Yep. So, they're by far the fastest way to kill most enemies in this game. The exception, of course, is this area. Oh, gall. He's in range to breathe, he says, and not do much else. Okay. Okay, that'll get two of them. That would get my guy too. Don't want that. Yeah, I can only get the one. There we go. Dragon's worth actually a lot of experience. There's some few that are. Okay, I want to camp and fix before as well. And now save the game. Enter the city. So every enemy you fight here reduces the amount you'll fight in the big boss fight, but it's still much easier to just kill them all at once. And I have lots of Dust to Disappearance to cheese out all the battles. Bless Prayer. Cast Haste. Mage is largely useless in this area, but the haste spell's really huge. Okay, make sure you don't have a necklace equipped. Now quick. Make sure you don't have a necklace equipped. Now quick. No necklace, you can quick. You're just gonna quit for now. You have a necklace equipped, we don't want that, quick. And now all these people can't cast spells at us, because they can't see us. Very important. Being able to cast spells at us, but being immune to spells, makes this Dark Elf area really nasty. No, it is not any more detailed, and in a lot of places you can't even use it. It's so painful to be able to use nothing here. They're surrendering. Nice. Okay. Now, white can take a drow mace, and the rest of the guys can take drow long swords from the mages, who are actually fighter mages, because they're unfair. Shields are not actually magical. Now the town is super happy with us. They'll let us rest inside their houses, which I only need to do to memorize the few spells I learned. Okay, now it's on to the Cave of the Dracolich. Once I memorize the maps to this place, I'll... Oh, I didn't actually memorize the spells. I went to memorize them, but forgot to rest. I am way rusty at this game. It takes a lot more to do. The areas in Pool of Radiance are pretty simple overall. Okay, now we go to the caves, and now we have this big fight with these guys, and I forgot to use my dust, but that's okay. She can't really do much. Now she's not going to use her thing. None of them are going to use their bows anymore because they have +3 drow longswords. Only can be used in certain areas. Certain areas, for some reason, are protected from sunlight of the drow, I guess. It's kind of an odd thing. But Hap Village and these caves are the only areas where you can use drow equipment. They've got like some sort of enchantment or haze over the village, I think, which is why it works like that. That's all I can think. But once you leave Hap, it disintegrates. These +3 longswords help out a lot, though. Okay, we're gonna save here. Any fights I get into, I'm gonna reload per usual. Getting Silk's mark here helps avoid several of the encounters. And now White gets a tattoo of the Swan Maze. We're supposed to get her a live dragon egg. We generally don't. Or a dragon heart. We don't get that either. Okay, luckily, sheesh. I was just about to save. I don't know if it'd be it would be faster. It's still going to be faster to reload than to deal with this encounter. I don't want to reuse my Dust of Disappearance too much, because that won't... If I have to dupe too many, get too many fights, bad things can happen, and it may not save time. Which way am I going? Okay, yeah, I'm here. Wow, fleeing is working exceptionally well. That's unusual. Used to it being really bad. These elves I didn't have to worry about because of Silk's mark. There's some treasure I'm avoiding because I don't really need it. Okay, now I'm going to have the use the Dust of Disappearance before this fight. Yeah. I know that I have problems with my Tandy 1000s a lot still. Ooh, he took some damage. One of the absurd things about Dust of Disappearance is how long it lasts. Once I use it for a big fight, there's several normal fights I can go through, oftentimes, just random encounters that I don't have to worry about much. Okay. Yeah, this is where I want to use my haste and my prayer and bless. He'll attack us if we leave the town, if we surrender to him, so it's better to... He has magic resistance too, but not as good as the Drow. Oh wow, that fight went great. Okay. So now we have these dragons. Dracandros is forcing us to attack the dragons, but it was just an illusion. He's trying to convince the dragons that humanity needs to be extinguished. But the dragons see through his plot. They say, well, remove your mark from them that you're using to force them into action, and then see if they still attack. Yep, we're still invisible after all that. Can't do much, but I'll try. Yeah, magic resistance, darn it. Okay, now I really need to make sure that I have my haste memorized again. And my bless and prayer, because the next fight is actually the worst one. Again, the worst fight in the game is actually pretty early. Oh, I should have gone to that other place, because I think I gained enough to raise my paladins up too, and I didn't do that. That's a shame. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use some Dust of Disappearance, because it will be useful. Did I cast? I need to cast my spells. And now we're attacked by this Lord who's really powerful and mean. There's a small chance of him choking and gagging. He has over 100 hit points, like a -7 armor class because of all the crazy stuff he's got. Whoops. Oh, yay! It actually worked. Whew! Okay, this guy is awesome. He has a +5 drow longsword. He also has +3 plate mail and shield that are not drow, so best armor and stuff in the game right there. Yep. So definitely need to save now. Okay, prep the next map. This map is weird because it goes in reverse in the clue book. Okay. 13. Everything. I hate the construction of the clue book here. Okay, the Sphere of Annihilation duel, which I think I'm going to skip. Oh, we should be still invisible though, so. And we still have haste too. I'm going to anyway, because it asks. So this is a Sphere of Annihilation. It's got loot times crazy. Including 9,000 platinum and 8,000 gold. I mean, you can never carry it all. Item-wise, there is a composite short bow, which actually would be magic user scroll, possibly, and cleric scroll. I don't know. I think we can rest here a little bit. I ought to at least get my important buffing spells memorized. Okay, excellent. Okay, the problem is I no longer have Dust of Disappearance on me, so I definitely need to save and reload if I get in any fights, like that one. Did I do Pool of Radiance again? I did. Need to remember where the correct game is. Game forgot that it was not supposed to load in full screen for a second there. Come on. -7 armor class on my main guy now. Okay. Oh, jeez. Wow, we're in a weird setup. I didn't memorize my magic missiles somehow? That's strange. Luckily that fight wasn't too bad. Okay, let's see. Yeah, darn it. So many of these darn elves. They don't give you a chance to run or parlay or anything here, and once again, I did Pool Red instead of Curse of the Azure Bonds. I am just way too used to running Pool Red, obviously. Come on. Game is also not loading properly. Okay, now it's time to use another dust. That's all I'm going to do, though. Because I wouldn't want to save my thing for another fight, but definitely want to get my mage away from these people. This is a good time to cast my spells since, and use my necklaces. Since owlbears are not immune to magic. Ah, that's going to get my guy. How many hit points does he have? 67? I really don't want to damage him with a potentially 26-ish points. Weak one. It was probably worth the risk. Oh well. Hooray for owlbears. Domesticate the owlbears. People can't decide where they want to go. Okay. Fighting the things is good now to know if my Dust of Disappearance is going to wear off. Although salamanders are weak enough anyway, I fight them normally because they don't cast any spells. And there's just 3 of them. That's the nice thing about these encounters, is unlike the ones in Pool of Radiance, these are pretty small groups overall. Unfortunately, there's a pit trap we can't avoid. Supposedly, if you pick up the runes and disarm them, they will be able to... There's magical runes on that paper, and if you pick it up and your mage can just pick it up and disarm the runes properly, they will be able to tell how to avoid a pit trap on another floor. But I've never been able to pick up that rune properly. Maybe you need specifically a magic user thief to be able to identify the magic and then use thief skills to disable it, or some such thing. I don't know. Is Black out of arrows? He might be. Yep, I think he is. Need to transfer him some more from one of my characters who isn't going to use them anymore. Okay. Oh my word! Encounters, encounters, encounters. Surrendered. Okay, now will you stop attacking me? Oh, God, more of them. Do I normally avoid these guys? Oh, I do, actually. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, I think it's worth it to reload and not get that encounter. I forgot for a second where I was going. Or how this area worked. Twitch machine got unplugged, huh? So actually, yeah, right through here lets me avoid all these encounters. We get a dragon egg, which we can go give to Silk, but we just don't come back, is the problem. Now we fall into the pit trap, take a bunch of damage. Ow. Okay, now there are wyverns. Hopefully my invisibility is still going. If it is, this is actually going to be pretty easy. Yep, they are. Okay. That I memorized already. Guess I didn't. Good. This area was safe. Okay. Now we're once again going to use Dust of Disappearance and cast our spells. Now we fight Drakandros. He has minor globe of invulnerability, so all these guys are immune to everything again. But I can magic... Actually, no, the Afridi aren't immune to fireballs, if I remember right. Strangely. Although now it's a bit late. Well, let me see. Yeah. Drakandros has a nasty fire shield in addition to a minor globe invulnerability, which makes him immune to pretty much all my spells. Fire Shield is a really nasty damage shield. It's one of the first ones in role-playing games. They both choked and gagged. That's hilarious. Oh, gall. That was bad. He got killed by the Fire Shield. Gall, that means I'll have to resurrect him or reload the fight. I'm not sure which I want to do. Yep, jeez. It's easy enough to visit a temple here. I'll just resurrect him. I don't want to redo this fight. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see. Black is going to take the bracers that are here. Violet's going to take the ring. We'll probably just copy both of them, though. And actually, so that I can make sure to transfer it, I ought to give it to Black to begin with. She can take the quarterstaff, though. Magic quarterstaff is good if I need to whack things. Otherwise, it's just drow stuff. And then we get his other loot, which is a robe, which is bad, another ring of awesome, that's wizardry, I believe, some magic user scrolls, and a couple of good wands. Is she already full? Let's see, I don't need that. Yep. Yeah. Okay. How big is this party? I'm still invisible, so it's not that bad. I should be able to kill them quick enough, I hope. Okay, wilderness. Depart. Now all of our drow stuff is useless. So now we need to camp. Fix mostly. Whoops. Okay, and that's Dracandros. Journey back to Asembra. Wilderness. Enter the city, temple. Pool, heal. Raise dead. View. Now he's lost a point of constitution, which is bad, but whatever. Oh, I have plenty of money to train. Yeah, they'll level up as soon as one thing happens now. Okay, Ice Storm. In. Okay, now with the Necklace of Wizardry equipped, she can get twice as many first, second, and third level spells, which is why she can memorize all those. And now I get my Cure Serious Wounds. Okay, back to the hall. So now I can do some more multiplying of equipment. So Violet doesn't need anything multiplied, so she is going to also going to drop these scrolls because they're not all that good. I need to identify those other ones I forgot. Oh, the wands too, so I know which is which. I'll go back to that. Okay, so we're going to save as C. We're going to remove Violet from the party, then save as C. We're going to add our good buddy Baggage back to the party. Now we're going to trade this plate mail and shield to Baggage, as well as Blue's sword. And then Black is going to trade the bracers and ring to him as well. Now we remove him. Drop the party. Load C. Add Mr. Baggage back to the party. Transfer his plate mail to Blue. Shield to Blue. Longsword to Red. Bracers and ring to White, just to get him out of the way. I don't need to multiply those again. Add Baggage. Okay, load C. Add our good buddy Baggage back in. Oh, I need to transfer it back. Let's see. Actually, this will be fine, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, and now we add Baggage again. Longsword to green, plate mail and shield to green. Plate mail to Black, shield Black. Oh, he doesn't need plate mail and shield. Longsword. I do need the shield, though. He'll transfer his broadsword to him, and I have too many swords, I can get rid of them now. Okay. Crap, creating a second Baggage is bad. That might mess things up. Oh well, I'll fix it before my next run. Now we need to add Violet. Okay, and you can... Oh, Violet will trade her, or White will trade her ring and thing to her, so now she has armor class -5. Okay, now we all have really awesome armor classes. I am almost out of money, amazingly. Okay, now we need to journey back to the Standing Stone. Gonna go by the wilderness. Let's see, now we're going to camp, save the speed just in case I get counters. Journey to Azure Ford via wilderness. We're less likely to get attacked by... Oh, Impossible Chasm. What is your quest favorite fruit and what does this mean? They've disabled that. But, yep. Journey to Shadowdale. We'll be attacked by lizardmen. Most likely we did not. That's good. Let's go ahead and camp. Save. Journey to Voonlar by trail. We meet an army, we avoid them. And now we journey to Ulash by wilderness. No, we don't. Okay, now we camp. Save B in case things go wrong here. We enter the city. We ask permission. We get hit by a horse on the way out. We parlay. We go with the guards. We're supposed to wait here until we're called. Oh, they don't let us leave, so we move and suddenly a guy jumps out. We're going to let him go because we don't want to fight him. We respond, Haughty. He likes Haughty. We have a swan. May we please him. He likes paladins. He lets us through. Okay, now Ulash. Time to go to the Pit of Moander. Got a few things to take care of along the way. Okay. Okay, falling walls, same as pits, we'll just avoid those. Alright, going to be a set encounter here, so of course we are going to deal with it by the very most appropriate method of using Dust of Disappearance. Fire Shield again, darn it. Such a powerful spell. Or spell that I can have it with this portion of the game with everything going on, being invisible. Okay. So now we have to deal with the Cult of Moander. These guys are immune to Fireball. So it's better just to kill them with the group I've got. Okay, now we have a Wand of Defoliation and a Wand of Lightning. I'm gonna get rid of my scrolls because they mostly just take up room. But now I have a lot of wands. This wand is lightning, which I don't want to use on the shambling mounds because it will make them grow, actually. Okay, this is the entire reason I have black, so I don't take damage there. Now we enter the pit. We're in the Pit of Moander, so that's our split. Okay, Pit of Moander. Similar to the well in the last game, we now get to choose whether we're going up or down. Golly. Now we get a couple of party members. They're going to prove valuable. Meat shields. For the coming fight. Okay, now we have a couple of really big fights here, so it's time to get ready our spells. And once again, use some dust. They use the bonds to control us. They're trying to bring their dead god back to life, but it overloads and bad stuff happens, and so all of a sudden, it just doesn't work. All these cultists blow up really big to Fireball and stuff. Shambling Mounds take half damage from Ice Storm, but they don't take any damage from Fireball, so... Okay, so I'm actually here going to use the Wand of Ice Storm so I can continue doing damage to these guys. It has a lesser range than Fireball and tends to do less damage, but again, it does do damage to the Shambling Mounds as well, even if it's half. There's no saving throw against it as well, so it's going to always do damage. That's, I guess, why it's good, maybe. Plus it does ice damage, which is unusual. Mogion tends to take half damage as well for some reason. But the energy is used up, the bonds burst, we then start fighting Mogion. Yeah, 1 hit point left. Okay, now Mogion has +3 plate mail, as well as another one of those good shields and a +3 mace that White would like. I think it's +3. Oh yeah, and the Cloak of Displacement that's really valuable. Another +2 armor class, which I could use if I really wanted. Now Elias can equip this +3 plate mail. Since I've already got it on everyone, I don't need it anymore. Dimensional Rift snapshots, and now these bits of Moander come through and attack us. Instead of Wand of Ice Storm, we're going to use this Wand of Defoliation. It does a huge amount of damage to Shambling Mounds, and these bits of Moander are basically super Shambling Mounds. Sometimes, Wand of Defoliation seems to have a weirdo AoE. Sometimes you can hit 2 critters with it, and sometimes you can't. So, I don't get it, but whatever. Yeah, see? It should have hit him as well, but only hit the one it was passing through. These 3 enemies all have over 100 hit points. They take a while to bring down, even with all this. Haha, goes down. Find the slimy remains. Okay, now they want the treasure behind the altar. We really don't, though. So we're actually just going to leave so we don't have to use Dust of Disappearance again. Actually, I should use a Necklace of Missiles here. Clear these guys out really quickly. It's kind of annoying that in this part of the game there are 2 straight areas where your Necklace of Missiles are not very effective and Fireballs aren't. Other magics are at least effective against these guys, unlike against the Drow that you fight so many of. We can evade slugs, luckily. Vegapygmies are annoying, but they are super vulnerable to Necklace of Missiles, Fireballs, rather. They don't take double damage, though they probably should. They just take, but they have low hit points and low saving throws, so they go down pretty quick. used up one of her necklaces. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, let's see. Let's see, that's technically faster. The veg pygmies fight is easier. Although, we're gonna have to do that. Oh, enough of the battles. Okay, set battle with Vegapygmies. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do most of them. Okay, let's dish Jefford against the forces of Moander. Now is when we really use our necklaces of missiles. I'm going to use the Wand of Ice Storm, rather, with her for damage to shambling mounds as well. You go ahead and we've done enough fireball damage now. Well, you can't move anyway, so go ahead and take out those three. Well, maybe not. I forgot, he's using a necklace. I need to get that off. Not much damage, I need to use defoliation instead. Why can't he kill him? There we go, got all three of them. Very powerful. Okay. Dragonbait and Leas leave us. And now Zentil Keep has invaded the city. Oh jeez. Now we need to camp. Memorize our spells. Okay, we need to go back to Voonlar to train. First we need to go to the store. Let's see, nothing of note otherwise of treasure that we got, so take... We only have 400 platinum, so we don't have a lot to train with, but we'll take some of this. Okay, that's enough to train everyone. We'll share. Okay, indeed. Now we go to the hall. Train, train. Lightning bolt. There's some weird things with the controls that make it a bit harder to play with in this game. We're identified as Zentil Gentry here because of marks on our arms. They see for some reason we have to have our sigils out in the open where everyone can see it. So people who are owned by the Zentil Keep people or who are afraid of them or whatever. Yeah, I have done some of it before. I'm picking it up again. I'm going to be running both for a... for a marathon for GOG.com. Not really a marathon, but just their opening thing over the next couple weeks. They're promoting a lot of their games on their new Twitch stream, and I'm going to be running a dual Speedrun, Pool of Radiance, and Curse of the Azure Bonds for them. Okay, now we need to go into Zentil Keep. Okay, we have to be nice to clerics, haughty to fighters, and sly to mages to avoid combat. We can spend money on items here if we feel like it. Nope, nope, they don't like haughty. It wasn't haughty. Meek is what I needed to be to the fighters. Well, I'm just going to obliterate them. What? Oh, I have to hit my own guy. Darn it. Don't need wand of defoliation anymore, it's no good. Oh, what a weak one. Yeah. Eventually, maybe I would at least like to add Secret of Silver Blades eventually to the mix. But at the very least, I'm going to be doing these two together. And maybe even Pools of Darkness someday, we'll see, though that one's pretty ridiculous. Okay, now Osliv Ruscuttle takes us into the Temple of Bane. To a secret way so that we can rescue her buddy, this old clerk named Dimswart. He doesn't actually participate in combat at all. We can rest here for perfectly fine. There's loot we can go get, but I don't think that we really need to. I've used to grab it, but I think it's kind of pointless, really. So, let's see. A bunch is going to happen, but I don't think it's going to actually take any time. So, how many Dusts of Disappearance do I have left? 3 on white. Black doesn't have any. Green has only 1. Blue doesn't have any. Red doesn't have any. So I'm a little bit short on Dusts of Disappearance. I might need to make some more of those. Well, 4 should see me through here at least, so let's go ahead and have Green use his last one. Now, this takes no time for this travel, which is really awesome. So there's a fight between the people of Bane and the these other Zentil people. They have power struggles because they're evil, even though they all could theoretically get along in order to fight their enemies. Now, Zentil Keep people have put the bond on us in order to attempt to use us to be part of their army, since we are theoretically good people, though you could be evil, it doesn't change the story, but since you're assumed to be good characters, they want to use us to wield some very powerful, good-aligned weapons that they've gotten their hands on. Unfortunately, there's no way to find these weapons in the game. It's not that kind to us. And be part of their army, but this beholder, who's also is basically a cleric of Bane or worshipper of Bane, doesn't like what the leader of the Zentil Keep people is doing, and so he, tries to quote-unquote help us, and leads us in here and wants to study us and the bonds and what they mean, but the one guy follows, but then the Zentil Keep manage to follow, and they bust in and are get into a fight, and these people are my business, and they will be as long as I live, and so the beholder disintegrates him, and our bond goes away. Lucky us. Yes. Yes, we see how that worked out. Oh, golly. So tired of this already. Yeah, even with fireballs, it's going to be faster to save and reload. He might actually get away. Depends on if there's a break in the thing or not. Nope, shot him down. Okay. Can't afford any more encounters here. Oh, god. Yep. Minotaurs with priests are one of the easier ones, maybe? Hard to say. None of these guys are hard, but it's just very time-consuming. I'm supposed to be hitting this too because I'm in the Cave of the Beholder. Well. There's a because of all the people fighting, there's a good chance of getting fights here, but I've actually had no encounters running through here, so. Jeez, now I can't find my game anymore. Please stop doing that, game. PDF, game. Boom. Okay. Bash through the locked door. Now that I'm through there, gonna save again. Oh, jeez. Ah. We can find illusions of what's-his-name every once in a while. Following them just leads us into traps and things. Okay, are we still invisible? This is a great place to use my own fireball. Only 21 damage. Jeez. It's supposed to be like an 8-die fireball now. Is he out of arrows again? Sheesh. Looks like I'm gonna have to use her necklaces too. I can already tell this is going to be too much. Nope, not worth it. It's pretty sad, but it's good to be learning this now. That a lot of these fights, even though I can fireball things, it's still faster too. Oops, let's see. Okay, good. I forgot about that. I used a function key to Okay, let's see. Yeah, here. No. Why do you have to do this game? Come on. Okay, now this encounter is required, so I'm gonna have to fight it. Yep, in this game they certainly do. He needs more arrows. It is pretty good. Come on. Okay. Black is fast running out of arrows. I might have to go to the store and buy some more. He's actually using enough. Okay, now here begins the big fight. I don't know if my Dust of Disappearance is still working, so we're going to make sure. Get our big spells ready. We have met up with Dexam and his minions. The hooded woman reveals herself as Medusa. Oh no. Okay. I think she can stone us even if we're invisible. It's one of the weird things. So we need to try and wipe her out right away. I ought to cast her own fireball too. That'll be pretty good. Yeah, the old-fashioned D&D stuff was still so good. You get silver shields in Secret of the Silver Blades, which serve as the mirror shields. Yep, super awesome stuff there. Okay, there we go. And this battle's pretty much over. And voila, the Beholder was easily taken care of. Any good loot here? I can't remember. You feel like there should be some. Magic User Scrolls. Scrolls a long sword, which might be +3 or something. Probably not better than that, though. Plate mail is like +1 is all. Battle axe is +1. We got the Amulet of Lathander. And we're attacked by forces of Zentil Keep. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and make this go by really fast. So nice to be able to use these after dealing with monsters that were immune to fireballs for so long. There we go, 45 damage. That was what I wanted to see. Piece renders, excellent. It's great that you can get an encounter on the same tile that you, Okay, I think that's a set encounter. Yes, it is. Yeah, the Zentarim of Zentil Keep. Of course, I often call them Zentradi as if this were Robotech or something. But it's kind of similar. Okay, set encounter done. Oh. I went too far. I'm supposed to stop at that intersection. Darn it. Game's being rather persnickety today. Tends to work better early in the morning when I first turn it on. Attacked by manacores this time. Dark Elf Lord here is not very magic resistant, unlike his fellows down below, thank goodness. I safety save a lot, so I can always reload. Eventually, when I get this super duper run panned out, there'll be a essentially run ender will just be if the luck is really bad. But for now, everything's still very doable. Okay, he doesn't have those equipped, so shoot people. Try to damage him with that. Nope. AI is still really good. My PB, for this split is 11 minutes, is all. I've only completed one run of this before, officially on time. I've completed a couple practice runs before that as I was routing everything, but jeez. Lords are so hard to hit with their -7 armor class. This is such a mean fight. Not as bad, although now that we're higher level, it's not as bad as when we fought one alone in the Drow Tower. Okay, is this the last fight too? I can't remember. Yeah, no, that's the Tyrant Thraxus mark is the best. We don't get to loot anything off of this lord though. And we're done. Okay, now we need to journey to Ulash by Wilderness. Journey to Hillsfar by Wilderness. Enter the city of Hillsfar. Not nearly as momentous as it is in the game of Hillsfar. Okay, now I get Cone of Cold. In. Okay, I need to go back to the hall and I need to... Items... Remove her from the party. Add my good buddy baggage. Ooh. Actually, no. I need to drop my good buddy baggage forever. I need to create a new character. Dwarf male fighter, lawful good, no. Baggage. Exit, yes. Yes. Because if I add the wrong one, if things will mess up. There's still another baggage, that's right. Okay. No, I need to create another new character and name him something different so I know who he is. Bags. Exit. Yes. Save bags. Add my new good buddy bags. And trade my 2 dusts of disappearance to bags. Remove bags from the party, overwrite him. Drop the party. This is the item multiplication trick. Now by adding bags to the party, I do that. I now remove him. I overwrite bags. Save because otherwise it's bad. Save as C. Now I add bags back to the party one more time. I view white. I trade all 4 of her dusts of disappearance to bags. I remove bags from the party and overwrite. Now I drop. Now I load my save game C again. I add the brand new bags with 4 dusts of disappearance to white, who already has 4 dusts of disappearance. Now she has 8. That should see me the rest of the game. Now I remove him, override him, add Violet back to the party, save B, begin adventuring. Okay, now I journey on to the Standing Stone by the Wilderness. Now Tyranthraxus reveals himself. Thank you for getting rid of all of my associates. Now you belong to me alone. Sounds great. Standing Stone is where you can patrol to get battles to gain XP and stuff. Now we can finally go to Mythdraenor. And now we enter the area of Mythdraenor. The Helm of Dragons tells us where Tyranthraxus is. Apparently he's to the north. Okay, let's see. First we're going to go talk to an elven spirit. We tell him that Tyranthraxus is our master and they leave us alone. It's alive, but it avoids combat. There's an elven spirit here who will be nice to us as long as we don't loot graves and give us good loot. If we do, she gives us bad loot. So black is now going to get the crossbow bolt and 12 blessed pearls. These rings, oh, the staff sling is really good for white. What rings are they again? I cannot remember. I don't think they're important, though. I'm not going to take them. The light crossbow will insta-kill, certain things, so let's see. Before Rakshasa, yeah, I'll go ahead and ready those now since I'm almost out of arrows anyway. I forgot to go buy some. So I'm going to ignore the longbow because I don't have enough arrows to really use it. Ah, these guys are nice. They're going to help me. Oh, spiders attack. I probably wasn't supposed to do that. Oh well. Oh, nope, he's here as well. Let's see. He's immune to magic, though. Phase spiders are mean, too. One little electricity there. You are the one I want. Darn. If you, if you hit with those blessed whirls, they one-shot Rakshasa. There we go. Oh, well, 20 arrows, so I guess I'll take the longbow too, in case I run out of those. We're going to rebury the skeleton just so that there's some loot you can get, but it's not important. Oh, go. I was going to flew through these guys. Nope, we have to kill Tyranthraxus first. He's hiding here in Mithranor. Okay, I don't want to waste any more quarrels, so let's see. Okay, I think I want the woods, actually. That'll put me in a better place. Oh, geez. Advance, advance. Parlay, nice. We'll pay them because we don't want to fight. They'll just take some of our money. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's go ahead and use it now. That's what I have all of it for, after all. So now we're going to rescue this poor guy who's being chased by all these hellhounds. Oh, I ought to move and lightning bolt them. They're in perfect lightning bolt position. I have a wand of lightning, too. So now he tells us where we can get treasure, which is very nice. And I think from now on we can avoid random encounters because that was supposed to be split too, I always forget. That's a Rakshasa pretending to be a guy who will rescue us, who needs to be rescued. Now, Nameless tells us where this thing is. We find the treasure here. This treasure is awesome. It's a girdle of giant strength and a +5 longsword and gauntlets of dexterity, I think. Which we'll give to him. +5 longsword. Let's see. So his potion of giant strength I'm going to trade to blue. Oh, better turn off search or I'll keep getting those encounters too. Okay, now we can go to Large Ruined Building. We do continue. Now we're in the Ruined Temple. Tyranthraxus binds us and takes us to his temple. He's going to use our bodies to take over and be ultra powerful. But the priest apparently is supposed to dispose of our items that can defeat Tyranthraxus through the pool, but it turns out to be this guy Nameless, who if you've read the book, you know who he is. He gets killed in this instance, but... Okay, let's see. Wand of Lightning use. Yep, we're still invisible. I guess I didn't need to do more Dust of Disappearance. I would have actually had enough. One for here and one for the final battle, just in case. Okay, now I have to make it to Tyranthraxus. Theoretically, every battle I fight will reduce the numbers in the main fight, but it's easier to kill them all in groups anyway. Goodness. Well, Hellhounds are pretty quick and easy group for the most part. They actually have pretty low hit points overall, so... A Wand of Fireballs or Wand of Ice Storm would toast them. Okay, I need to move. Okay. Bonds are slowly returning in power, oh no. Nope, think not. Goodness, one step that time. Ugh. Okay, finally, final fight. Okay, blue needs to use this potion of giant strength. Green needs to trade a necklace to red and a necklace to violet, just in case. White is going to go ahead and use another Dust of Disappearance, and then cast us a Bless and a Prayer. Violet is going to... can't cast us to haste because I forgot to memorize it. Darn. Okay, so I guess red then is going to go ahead and drink this potion of speed, so he at least will be able to cleave through everything. So he doesn't need a necklace because I'm going to cleave through everything. Okay, here we go. Tyranthraxus attacks us. Rask. I forgot to memorize my Cone of Cold, too. Reached 9th level, got a Cone of Cold, doesn't even matter. Such a big army of guys, but since they can't see us, they can't really do anything. They're just going to stand here in big piles and get blasted with fireballs. Jeez. She rolls 9 dice for her fireballs. Gets 18 out of it. Nicely done. Some of these necklace of missiles tend to be pretty low power fireballs some of the time. It's random. So I kind of expect that, but... yeah, I don't have any more fireballs left since I forgot to memorize them. So wand it is! And Storm Giant Tyranthraxus can't throw lightning bolts at us since he can't see us, similar to how he couldn't get us with... couldn't get us with his breath attacks in the last game. And that's it. Now we destroy the Pool of Radiance with the Gauntlet of Moander, and the spirit of Tyranthraxus is banished for all time. Our last bond goes away. We are finally free. Last pixels disappearing so slow. The Knights of Myth Draenor come in to take us. You have won. That is GG. 219. Not bad. As I continue to improve my routing and knowledge of these maps a little better, this will only go down. Sub 2 is something I should be able to do once I get the hang of this a little bit better. Need to get the hang of splitting too. So thanks for watching my second full run of this. Next week, Saturday morning at 9:30 Eastern Time. It's going to be 7:30 my time in Mountain. I'm going to be, technically world record since I'm the only person who runs this, but I'm going to be running a combo run. I'm going to run a Pool of Radiance party and then transfer them to Curse of the Azure Bonds and beat it with the same party, all in one go. Should take me roughly 4.5-ish hours, probably less than that, but that's what I put for safety. It's going to be on the twitch.tv/GOG.com Twitch channel for GOG.com. They've put out a new Twitch channel, and over the next couple weeks, that's going on a little bit right now. They have people running various games of theirs. Next week is going to focus a lot on speedruns like Quest for Glory and stuff like that, and I'll get to run Saturday morning. So going to be practicing for that a little bit more over the weekend and stuff. Yeah, thanks for watching. I love running these things. It's really fun. It was really fun routing these out. And I really have fun with the great thing about Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Azure Bonds is how different the runs are. Pool of Radiance is totally open-ended. You can fight Tyrant Thraxus at any time. I just have to level up and get Dust of Disappearance so I can beat him. But because that's the last thing I need, it really doesn't make sense for me to multiply it like I do in this game, so I just don't use that exploit because it just doesn't really, have an effect on the game much. But in Curse of the Azure Bonds, you get Necklace of Missiles and Dust of Disappearance right at the beginning, as well as the best weapons and armor you can get pretty early on as well. So I spend some time multiplying those, and I abuse them throughout the run, and they make it go quite a bit faster. So that's that'll be shown off really well when I do that run. But anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks again, and look for more in the future.